Summer, a time of beach holidays and barbecues and fun in the sun. A relaxing time of year where stresses mostly fade away. All appears well. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you hear it. A sound that heralds nuisance, and if you're like me, a lot of itching. That's right, you're in mosquito country. They're hungry and you're on the menu. The common knowledge is that mosquitoes are at best a nuisance to us humans, and at worst are a spreader of deadly disease. The burning question, however, is do mosquitoes actually serve a purpose? Before we do indeed answer that question, allow me to give you a better understanding of these little creatures. There are estimated to be around 3,500 separate species of mosquito. If you're like me, before researching this video, you may have assumed mosquitoes were generally confined to areas around waterways and in hotter and humid climates. While they are indeed found in larger numbers in these climates, with the largest populations being in the likes of Brazil, Indonesia and Australia, they can actually be found all across the world, with some species of mosquito actually able to survive much colder climates, even in places like Greenland. In fact, the only two land masses known to not be home to these creatures are Antarctica and Iceland. While there is no definitive answer to their numbers, author Timothy C. Weingard estimates in the book The Mosquito, A Human History of Our Deadliest Predator, that there could be around 110 trillion mosquitoes worldwide. Other estimates, however, put this number even as high as into the quadrillions. Mosquitoes love stagnant bodies of water. They will lay their eggs into these water bodies, which will then hatch into larvae anywhere from mere days up to many months into the future. After hatching, the larvae will spend a few days eating, molting and growing until they eventually reach the pupae stage. A few more days later, at most 2 weeks after hatching, the adult mosquito that we all know and love will emerge. The males will generally only live for a few days or so, while the lifespan of females can potentially extend as much as 9 weeks or so, depending on the supply of food. Speaking of food, this is the main reason mosquitoes spend so much time annoying us. The females are the only ones that actually bite, however, doing so to take our blood for the protein that they require to lay their eggs. That itchy feeling said bites leave are the main reason mosquitoes are indeed so annoying, not to mention that noise. The real problem, however, comes from just how dangerous these bites can be. Mosquitoes are well known for carrying and spreading viruses, including the likes of the Zika virus and malaria. Worldwide, it is estimated that almost 700 million people contract a mosquito-borne virus each year, and they are attributed to over 1 million deaths each year. Believe it or not, this makes them the deadliest animal to humans, and it isn't even close. In second position are snakes, with an estimated figure of only 100,000 deaths per year. Anyway, now that we have a better understanding of mosquitoes and the threat that they pose, it is time to answer the question I posed earlier. Do they actually serve a purpose? Perhaps surprisingly, the answer is yes. You see, apart from our blood, a mosquito's main diet consists of nectar from plants. As they fly from plant to plant, stuffing themselves with that sweet nectar, they are transferring pollen, much in the same way a bee or a butterfly would pollinate these plants. The other main purpose they serve is that they are indeed part of the food chain. Adult mosquitoes are on the diet of a variety of bird species, from as little as the hummingbird, all the way up to the nighthawk. Dragonflies at various life stages love to eat them too. Dragonfly larvae will feed on mosquito larvae, and adult dragonflies will eat adult mosquitoes. In the US, the red-spotted newt is one creature that feeds on mosquito eggs as well as larvae. So this brings us to the end of this little exploration of the humble mosquito. The only remaining question is, are the few benefits mosquitoes provide to the environment enough to make up for all their annoyance? Not to mention the many deaths they're responsible for worldwide? Let me know your answer in the comments. Personally, I would have to say no. Anyway, that's all for this video. I'll see you next time.